Good one there. So, what's kind of the off season look like for you? Try to figure out contract status and everything like that.
Yeah.
Have you had conversations yet here, or
Yeah, I mean, I just did my exit meeting, so it's always a little talk, but talk with my agent, Barry, and my agent this season. Hopefully, I love this group. I want to be back, so hopefully we get it done.
I know Bruno is highly complimentary of your play in the playoff series. Does that feel like a good vote of confidence for you, and that they would want to keep you around?
Yeah, I think so. It's not the result we wanted, but I love being here. I think that with the new coaches we had, the new mentality we have, the new leaders we have in the room as well, like this is all positive, and I think we took a big step this year. Nobody saw us there, so I'm just excited. Hopefully, like I said, we can get it done, and then excited to be back.
Has there been any back and forth that you know of yet in terms of the future for you?
Yeah, not so much, not right now, but like I said, during this season we had some talks, and I'm sure we have time now, so I'm sure it'll happen.
You feel like you took a pretty big step too, individually this year within the system?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think the system gave me a opportunity to use my legs more, get up the rush, support the forwards, and just different mentality, mindset of getting the net, wheeling more on breakouts. Last year we were closer together, closer on the walls, and now I had the opportunity to get my legs going, wheel. Forward stretches the zone, so gives us more space in the middle and stuff like that. So I thought I did take a step, being more consistent to being able to play with Jeremy. I was really lucky to do that, and yeah, I thought we did a good job.
How much did you guys, I guess, maybe lay the foundation for what this team can do in the future this year, and then also at the same time, how disappointing was it to have it abruptly end the way it did?
Yeah, we believe we could have won that series, so that's why it hurts more. But yeah, I think we took a good step. Like I said, nobody saw us there. The culture we brought with new guys in the room, I think it was all positive. It's all business, and you come to the rink, you're prepared. You come here to win, and you come here to have an impact on the team, whatever it is, blocking shots, bring energy in the room, whatever it is. I thought everybody did it this year, and yeah, it's disappointing, but it's also positive because it's a good step in the right direction.
Thanks, Alex.
You mentioned playing when Jeremy was on. It seems pretty apparent you guys are pretty good buddies off the ice. How does that kind of translate over when you're playing together on the ice on the pairing as well?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Obviously, we got lucky enough to, I don't know, maybe we had 60 games together. It's rare as a deep pairing to like always have the same guy, and now you come back to the bench and you know what he's gonna do. We talk about plays and stuff like that, but I think the relationship we have outside the rink, it comes on the ice too. Like I said, come back to the bench, talk, have fun together. Hopefully they don't get too sick of us being always together, but we're trying to make each other better. So if I can help him somehow, I try to tell him, and he does the same way around. So it's been great.
It seems like it worked pretty well. Broke the hits record, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna take credit on that because that's all him. But yeah, I was super happy for him. Yeah.
Playing with someone like Jeremy, who's as physical as he is, do you feel like that kind of opened you up to be a little bit more creative and do a little bit more offensive stuff, whereas he's kind of the guy that hits everybody when they come in your own zone?
Yeah, I think it does for everybody. When Losey's on the ice, he's gonna create space in his way. So yeah, I think so. I think just sometimes the forwards going on this side would chip it earlier, so would give me more time to break it out or stuff like that. And just the presence of him on the ice. I think at the end you could see like forwards and going on this side. So it's all positive. But yeah, obviously he made a huge impact on me this year.
Alex, a lot to think about this summer. I know that you'll be getting married and a lot of things are going on. You want to better yourself as well. Have you expressed to Barry and to Bruno that you want to be here moving forward? Has there been any of that conversation so far?
Yeah, a little bit. I told him that I love this group. I love this place. I've been here since 2015, drafted here. So yeah, I want to be back, and hopefully we can make it happen.
And what specifically about your game do you want to work on this summer? Is there anything that stands out to you? I mean, it's kind of early, I know.
Yeah.
But is there anything that kind of stands out for you?
Yeah, my shot. Got to work on my shot, but also
65 miles an hour,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to be working on, but I'll try to focus as much as I can on taking the middle, opening my hips, trying to find a better lane to shoot the puck. trying to protect myself a bit more. I'm trying to learn from McDonough, Yost, when they go back for pucks and breakouts. How they both do it differently. Yost takes an angle, he doesn't go straight. And then Danzi is just smarter about it, uses his body, he's a strong guy. Want to still work on my speed, my edges, on breakout, being able to cut on guys, be more elusive. That way I get way less hit, and then I'm able to break it out better. But so I'd say those things, and obviously speed is always something you want to work on. I know I can grow in that area as well, even though I'm 27. But physically, I know I can take another step, and speed will come with that because the league is only getting faster.
And I know that you've obviously been a guy that's been a journeyman coming up through Milwaukee, then you got here. But what's it been like to see guys get called up when they are here? I know that you and I have talked about that this year as those guys have come up. But what's it been like to see the progress of some of those guys that are learning and that they're here and that they're getting those games in?
Yeah, I think it's great. You see a guy like Stastny, right off the bat, you know he can fly, and you're like, man, just skate all the time, and you'll be the best defenseman in the league, you know. So, but I take pride into being 4 years in Milwaukee and then coming here and then establish myself as a player. So every time a guy comes up or anytime I can do something, I always try to like make them feel comfortable, and so they know that, you know, I've been through it too. So it's easier to help. But I thought everybody that came up did a great job, and like I said earlier, everybody's chipping in. So even when you played 2 games or 10 games or 82 games, everybody chipped in, and it all had an impact at the end.
So I had a hockey question. Who's in the wedding that's with the Preds? What's it going to be like for you guys? I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're doing back home in Montreal.
That's right.
So me and Lozier are actually getting married a week apart.
Same venue.
That's which is insane. We didn't even know about it, but yeah. So no, it's going to be fun. It's a smaller venue, so it's more restricted. But hopefully, I wish everybody could make it, but it doesn't work like that. But yeah, it's going to be great.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex.
Of course. Yeah, you want to come?
How much do you feel like you guys took a step this year getting to where you ended up, and then at the same time, how much does it kind of stink to be here today doing what you're doing?
Yeah, probably a little sooner than we would have liked. Stings obviously the competitive side. You know, we thought probably deserved the first round, but I think it's just learning lessons, and you try to take it in stride. But you know, I think there's a lot of stuff that we can continue to build on, and I think building the identity for much of the year, especially in the second half, is very encouraging, and the future is bright.
How did you build it? There will be, I mean, even though a lot of the core will be back, there'll be a lot of new faces, there'll be a new team. So how do you build on what you established this year?
I think the character, the culture, the identity, I think that's probably the focus. You know, there's great leadership in the locker room, and great culture that we've put in place. So that's, I think, the easy part and the fun part, and then from there things kind of trickle down. Whether new faces or whatever, but you know, I think we did a lot of the right things this year, and we learned a lot of lessons together, and that stuff you can't really teach. It just kind of you know, we're very fortunate to have.
Have you had any conversations about staying here, or expressed your interest in that?
Yeah, I mean,
with the team.
Yeah, I love it here. Obviously, I've grown here, my identity, and I know it's still kind of fresh, you know, and stuff. So there's definitely you know, business side of it to everything, and we'll see where things go. But.
You and Mike and Cole really, you know, kind of forged kind of about the same time as the team took off. You really take that as a kind of a step forward in your career, just personally, at how well things went for you and the team during all that.
Yeah, definitely. That was probably something that I really, when we reflect back, is really special to me, to have like kind of camaraderie and an identity line that the team can kind of rely on to, you know, lead the charge and momentum and energy and all that stuff. You know, it's something that I like. That's the little things, right? Like you preach culture, you preach, you know, momentum and energy during games, and to kind of lead the charge with those guys is something that was fun, and I would love to continue to build on that. Those guys are great players, and I think, you know, over time we were able to help each other out. So,
Sort of the challenge of your role and how it changed, you know, from maybe being more of a goal scorer in previous years in the minors or whatever to Kiefer being that fourth line energy checking guy, and was it a challenge to sort of make that change?
Yeah, but I like the saying is you adapt or you die, right? So I was always just trying to get an opportunity, and that's something that I'm very thankful for this organization for. As someone that kind of came up through the minors, that's all you kind of can ask for. And but yeah, I've had to learn and look myself in the mirror sometimes and kind of adapt to what the team needs. And it's every team is different, every makeup is different. But for what the team needs here and stuff, I tried to grow my game, and that's something I've worked closely with Danny Hynot with. He's kind of helped me, and I've tried to pick his brain about certain things, about the little nuances of the game and identity. Something that we always preach, but how to bring that energy, how to bring the agitator or whatever, whatever it is that I can contribute to try to give us a little competitive edge. I know it didn't necessarily end in a series win in Vancouver, but there's a lot of things that a lot of us kind of learned, and I think, like I said earlier, just build on.
And when you look back, and like you said, the identity line, you guys are out there to start nearly every game. You feel like that transition went pretty well, for you and I guess the other guys too.
Yeah, I mean, the producing was probably a bonus, but for me and for our line, it was more just setting the tone and setting our line, our other lines up for success. Whether that's right away or down the road, but that's something that's probably going to stick with me the most, is just being part of that, whatever you guys call it, the identity line or whatever. But just to have that kind of be the backbone of what we're trying to do, and that kind of relentless, mantra that we're preaching, like that was pretty special.
What did it mean to you to be in the NHL all season for the first time?
Yeah, that was always a goal of mine, and I think as you grow your game, you kind of reach for new goals, and so that was something that obviously I wanted to accomplish. But there's every season kind of offers, I guess, different adversity, and there was ups and downs this year too before things just kind of clicked the second half, and I give a lot of credit to management too, and for their patience and for their opportunity that they gave me, and same with the coaching staff, because at the end of the day it's a team effort, right? And I give a lot of credit to them.
Not knowing what's next, how do you approach this summer? Like you keep talking about overcoming adversity and things like that. What is your mindset going into summer, not knowing where you might end up?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's it's still kind of early. To obviously take a little time off, but I'm excited to get back to work now. You get a little taste of playoffs and kind of the identity that I need to play with. So now I kind of have a little bit more clarity on what I need to do and what do I need to approach. But it's going to be a great summer, a big summer, and we have a little bit more time this summer. So I'm excited to put in the work to hit the ground running next year come training camp. And I guess just more than anything, it's just having answers and what I need to kind of fine tune and improve on. So.
Thanks, Kiefer. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's obviously really high level hockey. It's they had a really good team. Obviously, wish we could have done more. Wish we could have done more, but just seeing that level of play is hopefully a good experience for me moving on.
What did you see, and was there anything that you say, okay, I've seen the playoff series now, this is what I need to do to maybe ramp up for next year?
Yeah, just how tight it is. Just trying to create through the madness and through the tight checking game. Obviously, just finding new ways to try to create. Obviously, it didn't go too well for me, but just seeing that now, and hopefully having a better mindset going into next year, and work on things to help me get better.
Did you feel like you figured some things out in that regard as the series went on?
It's hard to say. I think those games were all tough, but I think I obviously knew what to expect more as the series went on, but I didn't really find a way to break through. So I think just hopefully looking back, it'll be good for me to go into the off season, knowing what it takes now.
How much motivation is there for you, given the way the series went personally, just to build off of what you did in the regular season this year?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it sucked, but yeah, it obviously it gives a little more fuel to the fire to just to get better and try to come back better and work some of the flaws out and definitely adds fuel.
I know it's fresh in the mind, but when you think of the entire season as a whole, how much better did you get this year, and how much confidence did you gain from that?
Yeah, I think I got a lot better. I think playing a whole season in the NHL is definitely a learning experience, and I think with experience, a lot of people get better. So I think just having those games, it helps me be more comfortable and focus on what I can do to bring to the team and what makes me successful throughout the season. I think just finding more consistency will be big for me, and I feel like the coaches were great. I mean, we obviously played a different style of play this year, and maybe started a little bit shaky, but just learning this new style of play, and I think it helps me a lot.
And the idea that Andrew and Barry believed in you to give you that contract, that your future's set to work through some of this stuff and find that next level in your game, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, really, I don't think about it too much. I think it's kind of more of the same, just working on trying to get better for next year, like it's been the last however long I can remember for me. So it definitely feels good to have that security and the trust from the coaches and the GMs and the whole management. But I think it's just more of the same, and continuing to work to get better and improve my game.
Just think back to what it was like this time last year. A lot of uncertainty. A lot different now. I feel like this is more of an ascending kind of situation now, where you guys have built something you can build next year.
Yeah, I think for sure. I think we feel pretty good about the year as a whole when you look back on it. Obviously, the ending stings a lot, but just to have this foundation with the whole new staff, and it's definitely good.
What does the off season look like for you, as far as how do you balance kind of resting, recovering, and also prepping for next season?
Yeah, well, I'll go home and take a little bit of time off, just refresh, regroup, kind of get back in the mode of getting ready to just continue to get better. I'll work hard in the gym, work hard on the ice, just try to find certain skills and work on them to try to get better. So it'll be relaxing for a while, and then that'll be right back to work.
In this league, but like I said, I haven't really put too much emphasis or time on that just yet. I think the next couple of weeks we'll start digging into that, and we'll have some discussions. But trying to keep an open mind and see what's out there, and I eventually believe that the opportunities that are supposed to be there will show up. So whatever it is.
As far as Nashville, I mean, have you enjoyed the time? Would you enjoy this being one of the options that you consider returning here potentially?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it here. That's no secret. The coaching staff, the team we have in the locker room, the city itself, it's just unbelievable, like top notch. So it's no secret that I love it here, and at the same time, so much to think about and so much to make choices on, but I'll definitely be on top of the list.
What was the season like for you? I mean, there were times you had a lot of games in between starts and started in some really tough environments on the road. How did you kind of keep yourself ready as the season went on?
I think for myself, it's more on the daily basis, the habits that keep you sharp. I treated every practice as a game. So I just put everything out there and kind of had the mindset that whenever it's game time, I don't have to change anything because I've been doing games every day basically. So I think that's been working for me pretty well the last couple of years, and I think moving forward, that's something I'm going to stick to.
You talked about your time here in Nashville for the last 2 years. Is there any specific aspect of goaltending that you feel like of your game that you've really developed over this time?
Yeah, there's lots of different areas. I think I could be here for an hour talking about that, but just trying to, in a nutshell, I think I learned so much from goalie coach Ben van der Klock, even Juice, watching him every day and skating with him every day. I think he's one of the best goalies in the world, and he's been there for many years, and trying to reach that standard and be there myself one day. So I think that's just been huge, having those two guys as your pillars to lean on to and learn from. So it's been awesome.
Do you years. Talk at all about the future. I mean, I guess you're in sort of similar situations. He's got a year left on his contract, but still there's a little bit of uncertainty for both. Is that something you guys can talk about as friends and teammates as the future?
Yeah, I think we're pretty close, so we're pretty open dialogue, and obviously there are things that are between him and the organization and even myself that just goes to the agents and stuff that are the business side of it. But other than that, just being good friends, I think it's helpful to share and being there for each other whatever happens. So I think this last 2 years really developed our friendship to another level, and I'm really thankful for everything that he's been doing to me, and hopefully he's been able to learn something from me as well.
What does the off-season look like for you? What do you do in the off-season? How do you keep shape, keep growing? What do you do in the off-season?
Yeah, always having that growth mindset, like you said, just keep growing. I think right now is the time to decompress a little bit, sit back and let it sink in, and like I said, probably soon start thinking about next year and making plans for the off season and the areas that I have to keep working on. Having a couple sit downs with the goalie coach and kind of see what will be the next areas right here, because the game is always evolving, it's changing, it has changed even over the last couple of years, and I think as a goalie you always want to stay on top of it and evolve. So I think that's the next step here, and as of now just recharge a little bit and then go full steam ahead.
Kevin, how much of that mentality of making every day the best as possible was a benefit for you this year while you were playing, not playing, being around the guys? Just walk me through how big that was for you personally in this one season.
Yeah, it's huge. I think I've talked about it a couple of times before, but just having that mindset that trying to make the most of every single day, not taking anything for granted, whether if it's just playing in the NHL or being in Nashville or just living your childhood dream, keeping that mindset that not taking anything for granted. And yeah, I think when you look back, whether if it's just a year or 2 years or a career, the things that you do on a daily basis are those things that makes the difference. And I think the success is measured not only in 1 year but in careers. So I think those habits will take you there.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.